RWBY is licensed and produced by Rooster Teeth and created by Monty Ohm. Please support the official release.
Hello there YouTube, Jack here with the final episode of RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 13. Our way at long last. Here we are again with a freaking season finale. Just when you thought that wasn't gonna be a Grimm boss fight. Yeah. So, we're in 23 minutes, well actually less since I'm already 2 minutes in, past the opening. And you gotta keep in mind that most of the end is gonna be credits, plus, you know, some song of sorts. So, I don't really know how long this episode is, but I still think it's gonna be on the longer side. I said it before, I really don't know what to expect of this episode in particular, since the whole Leviathan Grimm invasion thing came kinda out of nowhere. I mean, okay, like, some people, I suppose, figured that, like, all this negativity that their fights were generating might attract some Grimm. But I suppose they didn't expect freaking Godzilla to show up. So, that's the thing. And I'm gonna stick with the one thing I do believe, that one girl we've seen in the base with the golden irises was probably Neo in disguise. I have absolutely no proof for this, other than the fact that for some reason she is the only person on this base to have an actual eye color going on. And Neo's infiltrated Atlas before, so, you know, in that regard, I'm just gonna throw an idea out there. Again, absolutely really no backing for this idea, but I'm gonna say that RWBY will save that girl. Whether it be Neo or not, I just assume it's Neo, but I'm gonna say that she saves her because if it is Neo, that could create a nice motivation for her to, like, not see RWBY as this uber bad person, perhaps, like as Roman's killer. I don't really know if she even sees her as such, since she was going after Cinder initially. Maybe she was going after both, and Cinder just happened to be nearer, closer, I mean. But yeah, I'm really just curious to see what they're gonna do with this episode. It feels like they just started this huge, massive attack and you're gonna wrap it up in one episode? Are you sure? Are you sure that's gonna be a thing you can do? Or are you sure this is gonna think that's gonna happen, even? I don't know, I'm scared. I mean, it feels like we've been through the worst now with Adam, Dad. Please let him actually be dead. Like, I really believe he's dead, and I would be highly upset if he came back. And, well, you know, the Atlas bot, I keep forgetting the freaking commander's name. Like, that obstacle kind of dealt with. So, to Atlas, maybe? I don't know. I really have no idea. Well, there's only so much time I can feel saying no idea, so let's get into this chapter. In the 3, and the 2, and the 1. Oh, so serene and calm. And that's a Mistral ship, right? There she is. That's an amazing outfit. Why have you only changed outfits now, though? And what have you been up to? Just getting a better outfit somehow? Was that important?
It should get us to Solitas. After that, you might want to try materializing yourself some snow boots.
Which apparently she can. Okay. Okay, yes. That's... Her semblance is amazing. But I really have no idea how it actually works. Well, I guess too much, huh? So, just a demonstration?
Someone once asked me if I believed in destiny.
Well, it wasn't pure.
Happy to say, I still do.
Well, that was a nice smirk on Neo's side. Also amazing the outfit, but again, why now? Okay, come on, you were walking just a second ago.
Leviathan class Grimm has submerged but is still on approach. Prepare light shields. Over. We're getting slammed by hostiles out here. Where is Cordovin? This is your fault.
No, kinda yours.
You hear me?
Ruby!
To be fair,
Blake! Are you okay?
you really made a needless example of her.
What happened?
What happened is we defeated a giant... Yes.
Yes. And we just ruined the only thing capable of stopping it.
Yes. That sums it up nicely. I mean, I've said it to everyone before, but I feel the only way this could ever end well would be some silver eye bomb. Really isn't. I mean, it kinda is, but take some responsibility here.
Answer. Over.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. This isn't on you.
But
You're safe.
Aww.
Matters.
Safe at last, huh?
I suppose I have to be the bad guy and say getting the lab to Atlas is still our top priority. And right now we have the perfect opportunity to head straight for it.
I suppose someone had to say it, yeah?
No way.
We can't leave. Not like this.
it's like you said, a huntress is supposed to protect others to the bitter end.
Aw, that smile.
John, can you invite me to mask our ship?
Aw.
Got a few ideas?
I've got one.
Eyes up, everybody. It's back.
I love the boost aura semblance thing Jean has got going so much somehow.
Target base is advanced at 3-4. Leviathan has hit the shallows and resurfaced. We need those shields up now. Over.
I'll say again, how shallow is that water? Like, at times it's diving, at times it's walking. Kinda feels like you want to have it both ways. Oh yeah, that's cute.
Target stopped. Engaging. Over.
Oh hey, it actually did some good. I'll admit that did more than I thought. Kinda expected it just walk through it. Nope. It got some atomic breath because Godzilla. Because at this point, why not?
It tore straight through.
All squadrons, fall back to evacuation procedures. Disengage Leviathan. I repeat, disengage. Over.
Well, that's giving up.
RWBY!
We can stop it.
Who is this? Identify yourself.
I'm a huntress. My
Fair
troops
enough.
are heading to the Leviathan and can weaken it for you to attack.
That look everybody just gave her.
I can.
Ruby, when I said trial by fire,
Did it at Beacon and at the farm. You really think you can do it now?
Well,
I don't have a choice.
there is no try, I suppose.
5-1. Your ship is currently flagged as hostile. You will receive no support. Over.
Well, just don't die to Matura, please.
If we have to.
We can hit it while it stops at the next barrier.
Ren, you're up.
You know, say what you want, but Maria is a pretty good pilot. Even if you get past all the Grimm stuff. Well, I suppose it's not gonna be quite that easy, is it?
We're too late. Pull up.
Well, damn. That thing has quite the reach.
Damn it. That's all I've got.
It's on the move again.
Also, I'm gonna say that these shields are not very practical if you can attack them from the outside. Hornet? Or Rapier Wasp or whatever?
Is it working? Unfortunately.
Well, too bad John just kind of gave it all his juice.
You have to do this.
Again, I don't know if it's quite that easy. Although circumstantial, yes, trial by fire.
Ruby, hurry! Something.
You know, you could have just taken it out. Aw, nice stock images. That one in particular. Well, those two. Yes, hi.
Why did it turn away? No, 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 no.
Oh, lamp. That's still a thing I forgot all about. Genuinely. That's amazing.
I'm sorry. I don't have a question for you. I just needed a little more time.
I know.
Well, of course you
And
do.
while you don't seek knowledge, just this once, I shall give it freely.
Oh, how very kind of
I
you.
will not allow you to use me without a question again.
I still love that you actually thought of that. I didn't even realize.
Even if this was clever.
So, some free knowledge? Oh yeah, thinking more about the good stuff, huh? I love the images so much, even if they totally clash with the actual RWBY style. But just the thought to use Jin there, that's amazing. Yeah, happy thoughts. Oh! I just accidentally paused it. We saw summer! I mean, I said Silver Eye bump, but I wasn't expecting quite, like, actual bump. But we saw summer! Sorry. Well, I woke up my parents. Worth it.
I'll take it from here.
Oh. Oh, well, good to know you still got arms.
Born to protect the people.
Well, yeah, finally. Well, in case it wasn't good and Lagan enough up to now. I can't get over that. Screw everything else.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
The Atlas military can handle the stragglers.
What are you saying?
Well, you're saying get out of here.
I'm saying I don't think anyone would notice if one more ship went missing in my lengthy report.
Well, so much for my idea of the girl being safe, but screw it.
Just enough fuel to make it.
Thank you,
Screw it
Sarah.
big times.
You did great out there today, kid. Just don't go giving me heart attacks like that again.
Aww.
I love you too.
You know, like, get a grip.
Bad yourself today, Crow.
I feel like they did all the heavy lifting.
Bit, yeah.
But you were there to help when they asked for it.
That's important.
You were there to catch them when they fell. Literally.
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, it was pretty incredible getting to see the Grim Reaper in action.
You should have seen me when I was your age.
Yeah, for real now.
I'm sorry you went through that nightmare.
I mean, you know, it's great that you've got a ship, but is that really all it takes to get past Atlas defense? Like, no call sign or anything?
We were there for each other.
Well, at least the Bumblebee shippers got something out of it.
Hey, stop it.
You petrified a Leviathan after diving down the barrel of a cannon.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't act like you all haven't done crazy stuff before.
I'll generally say it was a good day.
Oscar made a successful crash landing.
That was seriously impressive.
We'd have been stranded without you.
Thanks, but I've been meaning to tell you guys. I didn't land the ship on my own.
So, he did come in handy, huh?
Stay calm. It's going to be okay.
Osmond took control?
No, he guided me.
Like, you know, living with your souls.
Does that mean he's been watching us this whole time?
I don't know, but it at least means he was looking out for us.
Hey, if you've never seen Atlas in person before, you don't want to miss this.
Well, might as well get a view of it for the first time.
Is it weird that I'm sort of nervous?
No. I'll believe we've made it to Atlas when I see it.
Well, believe it.
It's floating! It is floating. Okay.
You made
Did
the trip up to Atlas.
not expect that.
You never get used to that view. Oh, come on.
Place? What is it?
Military. Also, Aurora Borealis. Localized entirely within Atlas.
Ships were called back, but
They're set up like they're expecting an attack.
Manta 5-1. Welcome home.
It's quite beautiful, though. Gotta give you that. I mean, you don't beat summer, though. You don't beat summer. We've gone 6 volumes with only half a face. So you don't beat that. RWBY. Sectionalist. I have so much trouble understanding lyrics. How did I even pause the video before? God damn it, I'm so looking forward to the soundtracks. Like with lyrics. Oh damn. There's so much time left though. Is this really all credits? I mean, post-credits scene okay, but still. It's still like 4 minutes. This isn't Summer Song, is it? Well, there are the songs. Nevermore. I'm digging this song already. So I'm not saying too much. Lucas and Eva Pooper win? More. Oh damn. Well, I suppose you people are still around.
Mercury, I wanted to...
You know, Grimm, Spawn, Hell, whatever it is. That you two get to enjoy.
Doing.
I really have no idea what she's ever doing. Well, winged monkeys. I really didn't think we were gonna get winged monkeys out of this. But hey. Somehow you made the winged monkeys terrifying. That is good job.
Something done right.
Oh god. That is not good.
Do it yourself.
For what it's worth, I always question why Salem just doesn't do it herself. I mean, she's A, immortal, and B, insanely powerful. So, what the hell is it that she can't just do herself? She's just actually sticking around playing Osmond's little Shadow War. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Can we just try to sum up what the hell just happened? All in all, just a little bit. Point one, the freaking Jin moment actually was amazing. Just because I absolutely didn't see it coming. Just completely caught me off guard. The Silver Eyes was generally great, like the actual bomb and happy moments. Come here, you. Rather than, the tragedies that I originally thought were gonna do it, but no, protecting life, the good stuff and all that. So, there's that. I don't really know what Jin meant with free knowledge, like the whole deal with the Silver Eyes, or the image of Summer, which we saw Summer. I can't get over that. And we actually finally got to see her. One of the things I so love about Summer as a character is that we don't know jack shit about her, which is amazing. Well, all things considered. Like, for 6 volumes, this stupid picture from Team Stark is all we had, and whoever took that picture should get fired for his job because he somehow just took a picture of a person completely hiding behind her cloak, only have her face and the tip of the skirt visible. That's not a good picture. It's not the point of a picture. We saw her. We finally got to see her. And I love that it was kind of the last image we had before that kicked off Silver Eyes. Like, it just kind of sort of reaffirms the connection between RWBY and Summer. I've generally... One of my biggest problems, so to say, with Volume 5, I think it was a thing Yang said about how RWBY couldn't even talk yet when Summer died, so that kind of meant that RWBY effectively shouldn't even remember her. And I'm not gonna pretend like I know what it's like growing up without a mother or a parental figure, but I always just kind of assumed that RWBY's relationship with Summer, especially going by, Red Like Roses Part 2, was a more personal one. Like, she actively knew Summer, and when she died, it tore her apart. But with these revelations, it kind of, to me at least, it felt like it took a bit away from that connection to know that RWBY never really knew Summer. Of course, it's tragic in its own right, but different kind of tragic. And while, stuff like the manga anthology, which is supposed to be canon if you really want it to be canon, that's kind of the approach I take to the manga anthology. We see RWBY still grieving at Summer's grave, but we never really got to see that in the show. She visited the grave like a couple of times, like 2 times in the show and once in the trailer, I think. It just didn't feel like that deep a connection, but it's just great. Especially since she never even comes up. Her name has been said once in this goddamn show. Once. Summer Rose as an actual name, like not even the full name, just Summer, has only been said once. Think about that. Once the name and half a face. That's all we got for 6 freaking volumes. There's so much more. I haven't even gotten to Atlas yet. It floats. It freaking floats. I really didn't know what to expect of Atlas, but I did not expect it to float. And, flying monkeys. That's a joke. I did not expect flying monkeys. It's just, I love it. I love it as an idea. I love the connection. How you actually stick to the Wizard of Oz here, but just, I also love that we got to see like Salem actively messing with Grimm. It's always been an underlying thought that Salem can do that. Like she creates Grimm or she does whatever. She does her Salem thing. But we never actively really knew whether or not she could mess with Grimm, create new Grimm, all that kind of stuff. I mean, the assumption was there simply based on like Cinder's maiden absorbing glove, if nothing else. Speaking of, Cinder and Neo, they both got fancy new outfits, which apparently was a priority. I don't think it even matters to Neo. Apparently she can just create whatever outfit she wants. I have no idea how her semblance works. Apparently it's a more permanent type of disguise. Like not actual illusion, but I really have no idea. Just creating mirages or something. You know, I feel like there still are people who didn't like this volume. I generally understand this for volume 4. It really felt a bit like the weakest. Volume 5, in my opinion, already was a lot better, but I still understand why people have a bit of a dislike compared to the first 3. But if you really dislike this volume, stop watching. That's really all the advice I can give you. Why are you still watching it if you dislike what this volume just did? First of all, in my opinion, it completed both, not just both, twice, but it completed Yang's arc, it completed Blake's arc, it completed, in a way, Juniper's arc. This is so much, we rounded up so much. Blake, in a way, already completed her arc back in volume 5 when she punched Adam in the face, which was glorious, but, you know, finally setting up to her tormentor and all that. So, it was just bloody awesome, not now. But in a way, you know, he was still out there, the White Fang was still a thing, which Adam kinda took care of for us, because he killed everyone. Well, you know, everyone that is important. I'm sure like some fractured groups still exist without proper leadership, they're just gonna fall apart. Like, that too, we wrapped up the White Fang. The freaking White Fang. I always hated the White Fang. Not in the I'm supposed to hate it kind of way, but I hated it. I really didn't like it when the plot moved to the White Fang. Which also was a large part of Volume 4 and 5, so take that. Anyway, we completed Yang's arc. Yang finally used her semblance for the first time since I really think the whole getting her arm cut off in her semblance rage attack. At least I can't think of an actual moment. We had the red eyes when Mercury grabbed her by the arm. But not full-blown semblance. Like hair on fire, all that. So I take that as a mental hurdle. And generally, like, Adam still was this glooming shadow over her, so again, wrap that up. Blake is no longer quote-unquote looking down on Yang, thinking that she needs to protect her because she's disabled. And Juniper kinda, like, they had the little quarrel with Ozpin, the big quarrel. And then, like, you know, Pyrrha, statue, monument, her mother, just sort of getting to perhaps accept her death there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna deal a lot with Weiss in the next volume, seeing as this is gonna be Atlas. But more than anything, I'm so glad we finally got RWBY a bit of development. Because, goddammit, she's just been thrown on the bus this whole freaking show. Like, really the entire show. She has not really had great character motivational reveals other than just doing good or, like, striving after her mother. And even that wasn't really shown to a great extent. It's just kind of implied. She didn't have that much of a character growth overall. Like, we had this bit in volume 1, like, where she stayed up studying when Weiss got her coffee, which was nice, but as character growth, perhaps a bit limited, at least compared to other characters. Wow, screensaver went on. Crow too. Just grew as a character immensely. Like, the utter despair that happened when he knew that Osmond didn't have a plan. The man he's been following for like, what, 20 years now? Just revealed to him, no, there is no plan. I have no idea what to do. And after, like, this is the person he's been relying on the entire time, this big plan that Osmond's got going didn't exist. So, a little bit of despair in a minute or 5, okay? This grand plan that Osmond's got going didn't exist, so yeah, a bit of despair, perhaps justified, but he took it kind of to the next level with the whole alcoholism and whatnot. What I hope for Volume 7 is to keep developing RWBY as well. I will understand if it's going to be a bit of Weiss-centered. No surprise that we're going to go back to Atlas, which he just ran away from. But still, you've done good to RWBY now. Keep it going. She needs it. Really. She's the center character. Like, of every post, every freaking thing, she's kind of standing in the center. Like, this big, important person. But so far, everything we've got going for her were magic silver eyes that's gonna take care of all our problems. This just did so much. This volume was great. It was amazing. Osmond's past, the apathy as a Grimm was amazing. Like, pretty much up there as the most terrifying. I don't really want to get in a competition between apathy and Nakalavi, or however you pronounce that freaking, was it Irish or Scottish? I think Scottish thing. No wait, Norse mythology, something like with Nora. Yeah, both freaking terrifying in their own right, but just in general, how the scene played out, the atmosphere, everything was great. A little bit of Cinder, not that big of a deal, but we've got freaking Neo back, and she's got a new outfit now, which is great. And all that. There was so much. I'll say it again. If you genuinely didn't like this volume, for whatever reason there may be, stop watching. In all seriousness, stop watching. This has, in my opinion, been the best volume. It's kind of, at times, difficult to compare it with the Beacon arc, because, like, Volume 1 and 2, and even, like, into Volume 3, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't take the show serious. Like, I didn't really get big into RWBY until Volume 4-ish, like, even kind of only afterwards. And, you know, especially since Volume 1 was like, I kind of consider the beta version of RWBY. You have the Shadow People, you have the very short episodes, like that always often span 2 episodes on like one thing, like part 1, part 2. So, you know, to me it just was kind of this like web show thing, and then it ended. I was like, okay. And a year later, oh hey, there's a Volume 2, didn't even know that was gonna be, so I'm gonna watch that. I didn't pay much attention to the overarching plot or anything, so the initial impression was a bit lost on me. I'm gonna admit that right there. But even now, looking back on it, the Beacon days felt much more casual. Like, okay, we're gonna have our occasional run-ins with the White Fang and Torchwick, and like our little drama sessions with Black Stephanos and whatnot, and well, a lot of the drama actually was centered around Blake, wasn't it? That's kind of what I'm talking about with character development. Blake got a lot. So did Yang, kind of, by extension. Wise too, a little bit. Just really fell short. But anyway, so it's hard really to compare it to the first 3 volumes. They felt much more casual, and afterwards the stakes were suddenly set. It was game on. We are serious mode now. Like, people have died and all that. And although people haven't really died since, and I'm not really sure if I want to say the looming threat has been there. Like when Wise got impaled, that was a bit of a scary moment, but it's hard to say now if I ever really thought that she was going to die. But I'm just very much in doubt that we're going to actually somewhere mid-story kill off one of the core characters. But then again, kind of Pyrrha was too, so... But in any case, the show now feels a lot more serious. We're going all around the world. We only recently reunited Team RWBY, all that. So this was the first volume in which they were all together again, like traveling as a group. No split up story back and forth between all the different characters and what they're up to. So it was a great volume. And yes, I'm gonna say that it was better than Volume 3. A lot of the things that Volume 3 got going for itself were initial character reveals like Crows and Winters and so on, as well as the general surprise fact of how fucking serious shit just got, with Penny dying, Torchwick dying, Pyrrha dying, Beacon falling, all that shit just happening, and you're not prepared for it. And you cannot redo that sort of unexpected momentum, and it's unfair to compare it to it in a way. But no, I legitimately think that this was the best volume of RWBY, period, so far at least. Let's hope we can keep the trend going for Volume 7. If you like the reaction, hope you leave a like, subscribe, check out some playlists. You know, I've got stuff for a playlist for all the stuff I do on the channel. And if nothing else, then maybe I'll see you again on Volume 7. Till then, bye!